Picture this: a normal workday at the mill, machines humming, everything running smoothly, until one split-second twist turns routine into pure chaos. What started as just fabric rolling off the line suddenly spiraled into a nightmare nobody saw coming. One second he's cleaning, the next, the cloth betrays him, snatched by the machine with merciless speed. In a blink, his arm is swallowed whole, shoulder and all, before he even realizes what's happening. As if one machine wasn't enough of a killer, the danger shifts to raw weight. They rushed in to steady it, but the load didn't forgive hesitation. It came crashing down. In an instant, one man was pinned, crushed under the sheer weight, while the other could only watch the horror unfold. From falling loads to moving belts, the nightmare doesn't stop. This guy's seen moonwalking on the conveyor, but when he reaches the junction, the machine swallows him whole. Bones crushed between steel with no way out. And just when you think the ground is safer than the machines, disaster drops from above. The crane's wires snap, and in a blink, tons of steel crashes down on unsuspecting workers, swallowed in dust and rubble before they even knew what hit them. Glass doesn't warn, it strikes. One misplaced step, and a slab comes flying like an asteroid, smashing straight into his face. From flying glass to faulty steel, the danger only gets deadlier. One moment they're just working the floor, the next the machine turns traitor. With a sudden glitch, it latches onto a worker and crushes him in its grip like he never stood a chance. The terror doesn't let up. This time it's a pressing machine. One careless move and his hand is flattened, only to be rewound seconds later, pulled out smoldering and smoking like fresh meat off a grill. One spark and the man finds out the hard way that even a harmless tank can turn into an instant explosion trap. Electricity locks onto him, and the chilling part, no one even notices as his body convulses in silence. This guy flips the switch without realizing he's already too close. In a heartbeat, the machine hooks him in, spinning his body like a rag doll until a coworker kills the power, leaving him to collapse, limp and boneless, onto the floor. From spinning bodies to falling giants, the chaos keeps leveling up. Out of nowhere, the massive equipment gives way, and a pole comes crashing down like it dropped from space. The crane goes rogue, steel coil swinging like a wrecking ball. In a split second, it smashes into a worker, tossing him back like he was nothing in its path. What starts as routine unloading turns brutal in seconds. He steps out to stop the load from tipping, only for the entire weight to collapse onto him, crushing him under its unforgiving mass. In the factory's chaos, one slip of steel becomes deadly. A massive coil topples and slams him down, pinning his body beneath its crushing weight like he never stood a chance. This idiot reaches into the warping machine, and it devours him instantly, spinning his body like a toy. By the time a coworker shuts it down, he's left crumpled on top, wrapped tight like a broken burrito. In the blur of fabric tossing, one wrong move seals this poor guy's fate. The roller swallows him whole, crushing him against the ground until it stopped, leaving him sprawled unconscious, limp as if life just drained out. From mindless rollers to mindless robots, the danger shifts, but the outcome stays just as brutal. Out of nowhere, the robotic arm glitches, ditching its task and swinging wide. In an instant, it smacks and pins a nearby worker, crushing him like the machine turned predator. From robotic arms striking out to pipes blowing apart, the machines keep finding new ways to turn deadly. One second it's just a pipe, the next it explodes like a cannon. The worker takes the full blast, body thrown by the pressure as if he'd been blown apart from the inside out. One moment it's routine, the next a deafening blast erupts. Molten metal rains down like liquid fire, engulfing workers in searing agony they never saw coming. Factories are supposed to be about hard work and routine, but in these moments, they turned into horror shows. One slip, one spark, One wrong move, and these workers go from doing their jobs to fighting for their lives in the blink of an eye.